welcome to Centripetal Tarot. We're getting into the Libra read now for the ending of the elemental airs. I'm really happy to wrap up the airs. I'm only doing the elementals, not to get all zodiac-y and into that. The only reason I'm doing that for you is to give you the micro picture to the macro, which would be the bigger picture of divine masculine and feminine. This is just a way to hone in on the four elements and how to categorize those in different energetic pictures, so you can see a snapshot of, as everything evolves. Okay, so the Libra reading, it was so interesting, the different sides of dichotomy going on for Libra and the tempering. So we have the lizard is the animal, and I see that as a Libra being into the lizard brain with instinctually going after what it is that they are drawn to. So it's not... So you're not getting persuaded by emotion at all. In fact, just having a real clear instinctual mind gives you discernment. So by eliminating what you don't want, you're finding out what you do want, and you're going after it in a very instinctual way, not in a way that is emotionally based even. So there's a lot of air in this reading. And a lot of fire too, air and fire, and some water and earth, but it's all being balanced in a really interesting capacity. So we have the influencers in this reading. We have Temperance, came through twice from both of the different Mother Piece and the Field tarot cards. And then the Magician. So the Tower, we have... the Tower, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but the Tower was the other major influencer. So you have the Tower, which is these giant changes that you cannot control going on in your life. At the same token, on the other side of that, the flip side, you have the Magician, where you're manifesting and doing amazing manifestation, bending the air, basically pulling a rabbit out of your hat. So in some sense, you have an amazing control with your mind and what you're inventing and creating just by your instincts. But also at the same token, you're dealing with all this change that you have no control over. So you're tempering that in between your masculine and feminine roles here. They're not really roles, but perspective. And this is all, I see this is all inside of you. I don't even see this as something that you can control at all. It's just like a natural holistic process going on for you. It's really organic. This is the Three of Wands. It also came out more than once in this reading. Here's two different depictions of it. It's very creative energy. It's like starting a fire, basically, with 3 sticks. It's that beginning of that fire. You've got a natural curiosity. This is the Princess of Swords in the Field deck, and the Ace of Cups with the Moon. So it might be hidden, but you are seeking the truth in how you approach love and how you approach that definition of love. At the same token, your perspective is also affected on the masculine level with defending yourself and being protective. This is the reliability energy of the Prince of Discs and the Sun, coupled with the Sun. So illuminating the need for security, the need for safety, and the need for protecting yourself at all costs. You've got the Star energy coming through, direct healing. That's an Aquarius card, as well as Justice, which is Libra, ruled by Libra. So The aces that came through this reading were the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So I really see this because of this center activity here with your reading. I've had this draw. I drew these cards for a few days where I just left them on the table so that I could deal with all the different, there's so many different pulls on this energy reading with Libra. So I'm hoping I'm making sense of it for you. You might be more confused after this reading. I'm not sure. Okay, so you have the Eight of Cups. You're the walking away from illusions, because I see the 7 becoming the Eight of Cups, and 7 of Cups is all about illusions, delusions, things that are not real. The Eight of Cups is realizing this and walking away from that. You also have the Daughter of Swords going on here, which is also the Knight of Swords in other decks. So you're taking action on that which, standing your truth and defending that, and walking away from the bullshit, basically, the BS, I should say. And so here's the Daughter of Wands, too, which is a sense of freedom. Again, going back to that passionate energy where you can just run free on, and like the gazelle that came up in the bigger air reading. If we translate this back to the bigger air reading, which is the macro for the elements, it'll make more sense. So tempering some of that energy and giving yourself freedom to grow in ways that are more truthful and honest, and you're not dealing with the mind games, maybe, or the what ifs so much. You're dealing more with reality, which is really nice. And also healing because of that. You're healing by following your passion and being really fundamental about that. Okay, so that is my air take for Libra. I want to wrap up the elemental airs and get into the other 2 elements so we can get back to the divine masculine and feminine. Thank you for joining and subscribing. I'm going to keep this reading short, and I hope that we can now move on to possibly fire, I think is what we're going to do next. Okay. Thank you for liking and subscribing with I'm going to try to bring back this music that we played with. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, thank you for liking and subscribing, Centripetal Tarot. Just bear with me as I get this channel off the ground.